All right, guys. So today's the day. I finally get to show you what we have been holding back, saying it's a bit of a surprise that we were going to do a reveal for the channel. And what we got is a new camper, a new truck camper. If you've been following along, you've seen we posted a few little sneak peeks here on Facebook and then on our website, getandgo.com. And so now's the day I get to show you. So let's have a look at this beast. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to go through the outside, show you what all the features are, and as I go along, I'll tell you what actually comes standard in the basic package, and then we'll take a look on the inside. We'll do the same in there as well, and then we'll go over maybe at the end a few specs. We'll go into pricing and how you guys can go about getting one if you're interested. So let's take a look. Okay, so this is our Niji camper. It is a slide-in, pop-up, 4-season, off-grid, aluminum ultimate truck camper. All right, guys, so let's start off with these lights. These are bright floodlights. It comes standard with the package. Above there is a storage compartment, which is good for any kind of off-road recovery gear, cords, tools, whatever you want to put in there. In this cupboard or up here, folds down. And I've washed a lot of the stuff out, so don't think it leaks. It actually has a rubber seal all around it. Makes it waterproof, but I did a little cleanup before I started showing you guys. But we have a little storage space up in here. Again, you can throw your recovery gear, some cords, some tools. Everything is lockable. They all have the little locks on them. The tent itself is a nice, hard, durable canvas. It actually has these bungees around them, so when you go to pull it down, it actually folds inside of each other. We have some support bars here. We have a lift assist rods that help it lift up and pull down, so you're not really straining yourself. It's not really that heavy, but all right. And along this first side, this unit does come standard with a 270-degree awning. We have not pulled that out yet. We haven't tried it out yet. We haven't had a chance. We will get to that soon, maybe today. Here is where your legs go, so you can mount your support legs onto here. When you sit on the ground, you can jack it up, drive right out. Here we have a nice window, nice and tinted. It goes right inside there. You do have the option to pass through here. You have the option of a screen or blinds. So when you're inside, we'll show you more of those when you're inside. This also turns into a complete pass-through window. So when Beth's in there doing some dinner or something, she can pass me a beer right out to the window there. So that's pretty awesome. And again, these here are lockable, so you don't have to worry about anybody coming in, breaking in. I'll show you these lights a little later on too. When it's dark out a little bit, maybe I'll get shots of them turned on, but that is just an exterior light, LED. It is bright. You've got this cord here. Camper comes with already pre-wired inside. I have actually just talked to a guy today. We're going to set this up, or we're just going to use this wire here, plug into the trailer plug, which will run a lot of these amber lights. Oh, it's way up there now. You got amber lights, you got brake lights and stuff on the trailer itself. So just a quick little removable quick snap is what I'm looking for. So yeah, the side of the tent here, again, it's awesome. It comes with a MOLLE panel here on this side, so you can mount whatever you want, your roto packs, recovery boards, gear, whatever you think you need. Right now I am plugged into shore power right now. We let the battery die because I want to actually test the solar system here soon. Again, I'll go into those specs afterwards, but we do have a plug for shore power. Comes with some exterior plugs with some USBs. So this awning actually has lights on it that are USB controlled, so they can plug into there. Plus you just want to plug in a radio or charge something, you've got your standard outlets right there. So there you like it all locked up there. And again, the shore power, it just plugs into wherever. Come to the back here. So you do have the options of getting some traction boards. These here, perfect little cabinet. They're just little push things. Lock up, you have a storage space in here, which is pretty awesome. I'm going to I might use that to store some propane canisters or something. I haven't figured that out yet. They lock, they're nice. That's nice hardware, lockable. Again, locks on them as well. They lock. You have a storage space down here that's accessible from outside to inside under the cabinets. So guys, the original video I saw was a 5.5 foot bed truck. It was a Tundra, I believe. And I don't know if it's the difference because I have a 6.5 foot bed, but in that little storage space there from the outside, they had their water heater in that storage. Now again, it might be different because I have that extra bit of like a foot of bed, but my water heater is located somewhere else, and I'll show you that when we get inside as well. And here is the exhaust. I don't personally like how close it is to the truck. I do have an extension pipe with a little muffler on it for my portable diesel heaters, so I'll probably store that in there. Once again, we have our 4 tie down straps. They all come standard. Some ratchet straps. They go down, tie them right to your bed. Inside there, I don't know if you can see or not, we have a yellow hose. Yellow hose can come out and drain into another gray tank where your sink could be draining. Again, we'll show you that from inside. This here is the drain for your shower pan. That's just inside the door there. I'll show you again. There is a indoor shower, and from the water from there will come out here again. Once again, can go into a gray tank or however else you see fit you'd like to use it. This panel here, again, another spot to store gear. The unit does come standard with the ladder, the 2-step ladder. It just mounts right on there. You can lock it if you want. Right now there's just a little cotter pin there, but you can mount whatever you want, really. I guess that's pretty much the purpose for that, is so you can throw it down, step up into your bed. But we have the Ford with the tailgate steps, so we won't be using that. So I might not even probably keep that on there personally. I'll probably figure something out. Up here we have another MOLLE panel. On this one here, I do have a Rotopack gas tank coming in, mountable gas tank that I'm going to store my diesel in, because my diesel fill for my diesel heater is right here. And again, it is lockable. Up there's our little hook where our 270-degree awning will be coming around the other side of the truck and around the back, and that's where we will latch that in. This one here is our water fill. So this unit comes standard with a 50-liter water tank. So it's a storage tank. I'm not sure how much that would actually weigh, but it'll weigh a little bit, but I wouldn't be too worried about it. So yeah, you have access to water. Again, we'll show you inside. We have a sink inside that'll run water, and we have our outdoor shower here. Inside this panel is lockable. We have our outside water. So it comes standard with an outdoor shower. Inside there we have our hot water, our cold water, and it's all plumbed into the tank inside. So that's kind of neat. Oh, when you want, just hook it in like that, and there's your shower. Stand here and get all nice and clean. And that's up to you again if you go with the hot water option, but if not, it'll still run the cold water. On this side, this I believe is not a standard option. It did come with mine. I think it was just kind of a bonus thing they kind of threw in for me. We do have a window on this side as well. It opens right up. And again, you got the option of your full blinds or screen as well. We do have another exterior light on this side, which is bright LED. And we will show you that as well. And yeah, again, we have for these list assist rods, we've got some brackets there that help hold it up in place. And all in all, pretty sexy looking camper on the outside. All right, so now we'll take you on the inside and we'll show you what all comes standard with the inside. Let's crawl in here. We'll see what we can show you. So we'll work from back to front. So here is a bed. This bed pulls out into a full queen size bed. Now I'm not gonna lie, Beth and I have slept on this mattress. It is hard. We will be replacing this mattress, and with the look of the space around, I can at least get a nice 4-inch memory foam mattress or something we can get to fit in that. Then when you're all good to go, slides in. You can throw that up front, the extra cushion or whatnot. There's your queen size bed. So before we get too far into the inside here, this does come with 2 of these remotes. We have LED strip lights, and we have our pot lights. So we got 4 pot lights in here and the LED strips. We're gonna keep them on for the tour. What else we got? This here is the insulation layer for the winter. Now it's kind of like like really nice, thick, puffy insulation. Good for the colder months when you're running your diesel heater. In behind that, we have our canvas tent color or covers, curtains, I guess you'd say. And then in behind that, we have a plastic window. So you can see this plastic type material keeps wind and whatnot out, and it gives you a clear see-through window there. And then it also has a bug screen. So we have full screens there, which also you can take down and go right outside. So when I say it's set up for 4 seasons, it's set up for 4 seasons. All right, so these just roll up like normal, pretty much tent panels. They've got your little toggles here and loops, so that's good. Once again, guys, this whole insulation part is just held together with Velcro. Can't really see in there well, but it's all held together with Velcro, and it all comes out. So in the summertime, you know, you don't really want this too hot in here, so you can just remove those panels, stuff them away in the house or in the garage somewhere, and bring them out again next cold season. Okay guys, so in above our door, we'll go to this side here. Above our door, we do have a couple little storage panels, storage pockets here, which is good for keys, hats, toques, mitts, whatever you want in the winter. It does have a little shelf along here to give you an idea. Here's like a basic box of Kleenex, so you got a nice little shelf there. This little tube here, it goes all the way up to the top there. Those will be your wires coming down from your solar panel. And then on this side, let's see if I get back here. And then this side here, like I say, is where the door is. Now let's look at the cabinet here. This one side is your main counter space. Here we have our diesel heater controller. It's got all your functions. I'm gonna go through that probably on its own little video. But you have your diesel heater controller there. It is not a thermostat, it is just a controller, so it's just a matter of turning it on and off. The camper does come with a remote, a little tiny remote for it. So you can turn it off and on, set your heat levels right there. That we just store in the drawer for now. We also have a 12-volt plug. So this counter is designed for a fridge. I believe it's a 15-liter 12-volt fridge that actually comes with the unit. I personally opt out of having the fridge because I already have 4 of them in the house, and so I think that saved me probably about $300 or $400 just not wanting the fridge into this unit. But it does come standard with the standard package, a 15-liter 12-volt fridge. And once again, your plug is in there for that. You have an outlet here, some USBs, and how you activate those is you come over to your main control panel, which we're going to come through here, and you would push your, you can't see it, push on your 12-volt. Lights come on there. That powers up all these plugs on this side of the wall. All right, in here we have our sink. We have a full sink. It's tiny, little RV style sink. Your faucet there, your tap there, on and off, hot and cold, all in there. And goes with the lid, so you can actually have some counter space. Now also on this side of the counter is kind of where the heart of the family is. So down here, when you get the package with the water heater, you have the indoor shower. Now below me is the pan I told you. Underneath this wood floor, and this is kind of like a composite decking kind of floor, is a drain pan. So you can stand here and have a shower, let the water go down there, and it goes to that port I showed you on the outside. Up above, we have 4 hooks. Up there, that is where you hang your shower curtain. And the unit does come standard with a shower curtain. So again, inside here, it's a little hard to get at, but there's your tap, hot, cold, on, off, all right there underneath. Okay, the hardware on this cabinet pop out, and they come down for your storage. Again, down here, you pop out, you pull it open. Well, we got this open, so it's hard to see in there. They pretty much packed this one, but here is the water heater. You have your adjustments down here, you're on and off, and it is electric. Underneath here is your diesel heater storage, and your diesel heater tank is all stored underneath the sink there. Again, they close, they stay closed. That's to keep them locked so you don't, doors aren't swinging open when you're driving around. This cabinet here, so here's the hose I told you about. So that comes standard. You also have your fire extinguisher in there. There's some of your plumbing and whatnot. You do have another electrical outlet in there as well. But again, I'm going to probably store these all somewhere. Maybe that part in the front where you don't really need to access too much. We also have a drawer in here. Small little drawer. You want to do some silverware or something. Like I say, it comes with your diesel heater remote. You have another remote for your interior lights that we said earlier. Right, on, off. There. Here is a little remote I'll show you for those floodlights outside. Those floodlights that are mounted on the very front of the camper. Here is the remotes for those. We'll show you that after. Again, on this side, this is your vent for your diesel heater. This is where all the hot air is going to blow out. Keep you nice and toasty when you're up in the bed. So here's the window we told you about. From outside, we showed you. So you have the option to complete blinds, privacy. All right, guys, to continue on this side of the camper, we have our cushions. Normal RV cushions. That's probably a good little two-seater there. That'll just come over here, pop out. Underneath here, we have lots of storage. A whole storage compartment under there. Oh, I left a bag in there. So you can see quite a bit of storage just under that one alone. Actually, if you can see, the camper itself is kind of angled, like from here kind of up, goes up this way. So when you actually have your cushions sitting up there trying to sit back, like it's not really that comfortable. You're getting pushed forward. So we're probably just going to keep those out. Maybe get a couple cushions just to kind of sit in here, just normal little throw pillows or something. That'll be perfect for what we need. Underneath here, we have our store. This is where our storage tank is. Our water tank is under there. We have a table underneath. Can rise up. So our table rises up. We got lots of room underneath there. Under here, we're going to show you, but there is your battery activity. There's another outlet in there. Down below, we have an air vent for your electrical system, which we're going to look at right now. Right, so here are the brains. We do have a storage section here. Put whatever you need, whatever you want. And then in here we have our inverter. Battery down in there. There's probably enough room down here to actually store 2 batteries if you'd like. All of our fancy switches and whatnot. All our electrical tie-ins. Everything's all down in here. Stored and out of the way. So guys, I'll probably do a couple more videos throughout time here. Just on the electrical system alone. I'm still learning about this. I don't know anything about this really. So I'm going to tinker around with it, try to find some manuals and whatnot. That's one thing the camper did lack, was manuals. You don't get much on how to operate things properly. Or like a wiring diagram, which I'm very fond of looking at and reading, so I can start to understand some of how this is set up and wired. It's good if anything ever happens and I could just repair something myself. But yeah, so like I say, we'll go through that probably in some future videos. All right guys, so once you got your cabinet cupboards there all closed up, we've got some, you get your pillows out. But guys, you have the option of keeping that table down, throwing the cushions across, and you have another sleeping platform here. Now this isn't the biggest. It'd probably fit a short person like myself, maybe a few pups, maybe a couple kids, but the option of having another sleeping platform is awesome. Right, and to continue on this side, we have our induction cooktop. I believe that is 600 watt induction cooktop. Our controllers for it is right here. You would simply turn it on, adjust what power level you want for heat. But the options there, your cooktop's there. We do have a decent size countertop here as well. And here is the main controller. Again, we will go through this with the system, but it shows our water gauge, shows what our battery's doing. It turns on and off different sections of the camper, like our USBs. Our water pump, we have a water pump here. Turn that on, it turns the pump on. Diesel heater, to activate the diesel heater, we can power that up. Turns on the controller. And away you go. We're going to start that up here probably another day as well. Okay, so cabinets on this side. We have another drawer. Oh, here we have our shower curtains, indoor and out. But we do have another storage drawer there. Here. Another little storage compartment. That one just flows down, doesn't pop out. We have another space in there for some storage. Underneath, lots of room. And this is the compartment that we mentioned earlier that you have access to from outside. So again, you can kind of, whatever you can think of, you might want to put in there. Believe it or not, for a tiny little camper, lots of storage. Up top, guys, here we have our handles. We grab those, we pull them down. We can grab those, push the lid up. That's how we open and close our camper top. On this side, just because the window's there and whatnot, and the way the camper's kind of angled up, this cushion doesn't really fit right in there. It just wants to fall down. So again, we're just going to probably eliminate that, throw a couple throw pillows in there, and that'll be perfect for what we need. I wish, and I don't know if this is an option you can order, I wish there was a pass-through window right there into the back of the cab of the truck. That would be beautiful. Niji campers, if you see this, talk to the manufacturer, see if we can get that done. Okay, so that is the basic tour of the camper. Again, what we'll do here is I'll go over some specs with you here quick. Just do a quick through of what comes standard. I'll give you an idea of what options you can get, and again, pricings for all that stuff. So let's get into that stuff now. All right, so just a quick recap. I'm sorry that sun is bright today. It is a beautiful day outside. A recap, what comes on the standard package on the outside. Pretty much everything you see here on the outside with the floodlights, the awning, the mounts, the cable for your lights, the straps, your MOLLE panels, your shore power cords, your storage units and panels on the outside, the ladder, more panels here. Everything but the shovel on this side all comes in the standard package, including the shower. We're gonna try to just tuck this away now. And again, what comes standard on the interior package is your bed, your cabinets, your sink, your stove, the diesel heater, the water tank. The only thing that I have that does not come with the package is the hot water tank. That is separate. I believe it's a few $100s just to get that alone separate, but the option is there. And I do have a list of stuff indoors that I'm going to show you. These things come in with built-in air conditioners as well. I didn't really need one, but where I showed you the storage panel on the outside here, where the traction board is, that is where your condensing system would be, and just beside the controller inside is where your head unit would be for the air conditioning inside. So that's an awesome thing to have. If you you're living down south in like Texas and stuff, and you guys get them hot summers, you'll be able to have the air conditioner right in this. And I would say you might want to upgrade to the maybe the 4,000 watt electrical system and the 400 watt solar panels, just to make sure you don't run out of power. If you got them really hot days, you want to run that totally. What else? I believe I covered the diesel heater, the electrical system, the solar panels. That is all standard into the package. The shore power, the hoses, the fire extinguisher. I forgot to show you, there is an actual fire alarm, smoke alarm inside that, mounted on the roof. So that's good for safety. And I believe it's a carbon monoxide detector as well. So when you do have your diesel heater running, you won't have any worries. I'm personally probably going to just bring an extra one. I'd like to have two, maybe a backup with batteries or something, just for whatever reason. At least I'll know 100% sure. So guys, let's talk numbers. These campers have gone up at least $2,000 since I bought mine in June. They're becoming a lot more popular. The more word that's getting out on these, the faster people are ordering them. But already, just for shipping reasons and the cost of shipping and whatnot, Niji has upped the price $2,000 more. But as of today's date, October 12th of 2025, these campers are $18,000 US. Now that is for the standard package, like I said, and there are a lot of upgrades you can get. I can go through that another time with you, which I believe works out to be about 25,300, so about 25,300 Canadian. Now I know that seems expensive, but believe it or not, it's not that expensive when you actually think. If you were to build this yourself, you get yourself a truck topper, you get yourself a rooftop tent, you build the whole inside with it, you're not really that far off if you're buying everything brand new. And this is already said and done. And guys, I got this in Calgary, where Niji, it's actually Niji Bikes, it was their original business name. They have recently got into the campers. Not recently, but they've been in the campers for a while. They just started selling these models of campers. They're based out of Calgary. And one bonus for me is Calgary does not have PST. So that means we only pay the GST. And here in Ontario, we pay an HST, which is a combination. So I've saved some money there. I personally went out and pick this up ourselves. Again, we drove from Ontario to Calgary to pick it up, for one, to save that price, and two, believe the shipping was, to get these units shipped to your door is quite expensive. Each area, each address is going to be totally different, and it is not just a simple little throw on the back of a flatbed and get it delivered to you. There's a bit of a hassle into trying to find a proper logistics company that'll actually deliver it to your house. But again, with the options, the same thing with the say folks from the States. You come out, drive over to Calgary, pick that camper up. You're not getting probably the tariffs on that either, right? Because you're coming over with an empty truck and you're going back with something in it, but nobody knows that you picked it up here and you just came over for the camping experience into Canada. But I'm just kidding. Nobody likes to cheat the government. So yeah, to round it off, 18,000 American, 25 Canadian, 25.3 Canadian. And again, you get quite a bit for that price. And guys, now that I'm working with Niji campers, if there's any information you guys want on this camper, or any more you think parts you'd want me to cover in another video, I'm going to leave, well, you can just write it in the description, but I will, or write in the comments, I will leave my email down in the description. If you are serious about purchasing one of these, shoot me an email. We'll start discussing options for you and whatnot, and we can go from there. Everybody else, hope you like the video. And subscribe, guys. I will be taking this camper out on a solo run. I'm going to be doing some turkey hunting next weekend, and I'm really looking forward to getting out in this camper doing that. Again, it's chilly out now this time of the year, so I want to get this diesel heat running, get that checked out, and actually see how warm this camper can actually stay. So again, I will be doing follow-up videos on the electrical system alone once I learn a little more about that. When I actually get this out and use it, I'll show you a few more options again with the water running, the sink and everything all running and hooked up. Probably get the induction stove set up and running. And yeah, so don't forget to subscribe and like this video and hit your notifications so you don't miss out on that. So yeah, guys, like I say, if there's anything else, leave a message down in the comments and I'll get back to you pretty quick, probably within 24 hours, I guess, depending on where what time zone you're in. We're in Eastern time, so it might take me, like I say, within 24 hours to get back to you, but I will get back to you ASAP. All right, guys, one thing I did forget to mention was the different layouts that you can get the interior designed. What I'm going to do is I've got a whole bunch of pictures of all those posted on my website, getandgo.com. I'll leave the link down in the description, and there you can see all the information as well, what comes in the standard package, and what all the extras and add-ons you can get. Instead of me trying to rhyme them off and give you prices, everything will be on getandgo.com, and that's where you can check all that information out again, and all the different layouts you can get. And keep in mind, some of the layouts don't kind of make sense with the smaller truck size campers. Like you can get some with the 8-foot beds. They'll look a lot bigger, a lot nicer on the 8-foot side, but when you try to jam that into, say, a 5.5-foot bed, it just might not make sense. So keep that in mind when you're picking and choosing. So again, guys, we'll see you soon.